Насколько бы не были сильны воины, но если у вас воин-маг, почти в любой битве решает огнестрел. Но это в какой-то мере вполне себе логично. Итак, мы продолжаем с замечательным замком. Мы здесь всех разнесем. Это уже, знаете, даже не обсуждается. Мы их сейчас потихонечку там всех выкосим, и нас никто не захватит. Может быть, конечно, там по сюжету нас потом захватят, но я не думаю, что нас захватит. В конце концов, я об этом сейчас позабочусь. А хотя можно же вот так посмотреть. Тихо. Блин. Вот же долбаные арбалетчики. Не так я, конечно, рассчитывал с ними разобраться. Так, это очередной маленький треснувший. Безупречный хороший, треснувший не очень. А приятно, что они не видят цель, будут там потихонечку умирать. У меня как раз сейчас облако смерти обновится, и мы еще раз туда вкинем. А может быть, они к тому моменту уже все втроем и умрут. Жалко. Жалко, конечно. Теперь я хочу найти принцессу и ее, честно говоря, убить, потому что это была подстава крупная. Вот это было, конечно, у нас моща. Ох, это настолько сейчас приятно, что мы их всех убили. И радует больше всего, что игра предоставляет такую возможность. С одной стороны, можно было бы это сохранить, а с другой стороны, ну зачем? Так, сначала мы попробуем, естественно, выйти через главные ворота. А все, со стороны главных ворот больше никого нет? Это я так удачненько вышел. Но в целом похоже, что у них здесь действительно замок. Так, а попробуем устранить еще и этих стражников. Эти стражники, походу, сломались от того, что я устроил резню у них в замке. Представляете, они такие ходят, патруля что-то долго нет, заходят в замок, а там просто горы трупов. А они такие, черт, и все веселье пропустили. Так, здесь мы разобрались. Трущобные дворики, место для выкупа, заброшенное здание. Здесь мы везде были. А у меня же есть какие-то задания. Торговый квартал. Это мы пока не можем. Так, это надо с Эамоном поговорить. Ир отдал вам свое кольцо-печатку. Он просил его сестре Бану Альфстанем. Да, тогда давайте сначала направимся в торговый район, а потом уже непосредственно к Эллу или Эрлу. Блин, мне так сложно выговорить его имя.
Magic exists to serve man and never to rule over him. Foul and corrupt are they.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just.
They shall be named Malefica.
Великолепный ракурс они, конечно, выбрали.
First light seems eternal, but know that the sun always rises.
Magic exists to serve man and never to rule over him.
Thanks for the help you've given. Unfortunately, I have more headaches.
Так, вроде как нам здесь не с кем говорить, за исключением людей, которые могут находиться в трактире.
There's nothing more to say. Pester someone else. Whoever you are, Wait. I know you. My son described you in great detail. He tells me that I owe you his life.
Я никого бы не оставил страдать во власти Эрла Хоу.
When I saw my poor boy's legs, I only wish House still lived that I might tear him apart myself. I would bring troops against his son. But Oswin tells me Thomas had no part in his father's depravity. Is there anything you would ask as a reward for saving Oswin?
Мне нужно одно, чтобы ты выступил против Лагейна.
Thank you again. Know that I will stand behind you at the Landsmeet with all the support I can muster. In fact, I'm taking my supper today with Ban Reginalda of the White River Banorn. I'll speak with her about this at once.
Как минимум, я буду признателен.
You see Wolf's face when he arrived. I heard West Hills has fallen.
What do you suppose Eamon is playing at? May I help you?
Меня просили передать тебе вот это.
This is Amonrix. Explain yourself. My brother would no more part with this ring than with his head.
Ему нужна твоя
He's
помощь.
alive then? Please, if you have any news of my brother, I would hear it.
Он в темнице в поместье Эрла Денрима.
A dungeon? What? No. I will go to him at once. Someone will answer for this. Take this with my thanks. It has been in my family since the War of Crowns, crafted for us by the Circle of Magi. An heirloom is a small thing compared to my brother's life.
Так, приятно, но я еще не все рассказал. Так, это мы пока не можем выполнить, это мы не можем выполнить. Посмотрим, что мы можем продать.
What can I get you, stranger?
Так, я хочу тебе сбыть. На самом деле топор можно, клинок ворона. Так, большой меч. Молот тоже можно, это можно... А вот летний меч я оставлю. Щит Хоу пока оставлю. Рун у меня, кстати, набралось как грязи. Вот, кстати, огненную ловушку у меня точно никто не будет использовать. Так, ну, Дварфьего убийцу я пока оставлю. Так, какая-то очень плохая руна. Очень слабая. 25. Шанс парализовать. Ну, блин, мне нужно, конечно, мастера. Всего один урон. Ну, тогда точно продам. Немножко разгрузились. Да еще и денежек на этом подняли. Вообще удачно сходили в чужой замок-то. Жаль, только ролик не показали, как я уничтожил еще и напарницу Лагейна. Он теперь остался, по сути, без двух своих, одних из самых верных послушников. Точнее, сподвижников. Меня смущает, что у этого стражника красный доспех.
Very well.
Потому что такое ощущение, как будто у него тоже из драконьей чешуи доспехи.
Maker's breath. It's good to see you in one piece, my friend.
Indeed. After your rather alarming lack of subtlety, I feared the worst for you. I prayed for your safe return.
Ах, как мило, мне даже почти расхотелось тебя убивать.
Well, what did you expect me to do? You announced me to my father's most trusted lackey. Did the purpose of my disguise entirely escape you? I barely managed to slip away from her when we reached the palace. I am hoping that, despite our unfortunate beginning, we can still work together. Will you hear me out?
А что, у меня есть вариант как-то напасть на нее и убить? Ты не просто так просила нас о
We
помощи.
will need to work together, and quickly. My father has gone mad. I didn't believe it at first, but he is gripped by a paranoia so severe it prevents him from seeing sense. He saw me as a threat, yet even now I'm certain he will be telling the nobles you are dangerous murderers that have kidnapped and mind-controlled me. He may even believe it.
А сможет он захватить трон без тебя?
Perhaps. It will be more difficult for him, but if my father says the Grey Wardens are the enemy, many will believe it. He is a legend.
It's true. Our position in the Landsmeet is not strong, and this does little to help us.
At least that snake How is dead. That alone will not be enough, however. My father is committed to his path. You will need ammunition for the Landsmeet, and there I can help. You have only just arrived in the city, so perhaps you are unaware of some recent events. Denerim has been in turmoil since Ostagar. Many people here are angry or grieving. Strangely, the unrest is worst in the alienage. Few elves accompanied the army. They should have little reason to be upset, which means that How and my father must have given them reason. I don't know what is happening there, but I am certain my father has his hands in it.
A useful lead, Honora, but you could have sent this information with your maid.
That is true. I feared for my safety as How's prisoner. But to tell the truth, I sent Elena to you because I hoped we might join forces. You need that evidence for the Landsmeet. But you also need a stronger candidate for the throne. You need me.
А как же Алистер?
I have no doubt Alistair is biddable enough. And decent. But even with his blood, he is no king. You think only I can see it? Not only that, Alistair is a Grey Warden. It will look like you are trying to put a Grey Warden on the throne, despite your claims. I am a neutral party, and I am already queen.
Honora, you are indeed Kaelin's widow, but
I am the daughter of Ferelden's greatest general. Who do you think truly ruled this nation for the last 5 years? Kaelin. I am what this country needs, not an untrained king who does not even want the throne. I can help you stop my father. Consider what I have said. For now, I think I will retire to my room. Warden, when you have a moment, I ask that you speak to me in private.
Слушайте, надо к ней тогда зайти.
well, she's quite spirited. I remember when Loghain first brought her to Denerim. Poor Galen was a good boy, but Honora was always 2 steps ahead. Had him jumping when she snapped since the first time she batted her eyelashes. I cannot help thinking she may be trouble, but we should keep her close, all the same.
А почему ты думаешь, что она опасна?
This is an alliance of convenience. For the moment, we are united against Loghain. Be careful how much trust you place in her. I do not for a moment think Honora means to give up her power easily. Still, I would rather have her where we can watch her than actively working for Loghain.
И она пока что не замужем, верно?
Are you thinking you might stand a chance at courtship? It would be unseemly for her to marry so soon after Kaelin's death. She wouldn't take that risk unless it helps her secure the throne.
Может быть, Алистеру жениться на Аноре?
Are you serious? No, never mind. I don't even want to hear the rest of this. You two just keep talking about me. I'm gonna stand over here with my fingers in my ears.
That would certainly solve a lot of problems, and put forth the strongest argument before the lands meet to remove Loghain from power. With Therin blood on the throne, and Honora's wisdom and popularity, Ferelden could present the most united front against the Blight. Unfortunately, the marriage would never happen, unless they both agreed to it. And I suspect that might take a lot of persuading to get past her pride and his humility.
Почему так важно возвести на трон сына Мэрика?
Ferelden was first united by Calenhad, the Silver Knight. For 400 years, his descendants have ruled Ferelden. That was the heritage we preserved from the Orlesians. And it is the heritage I will fight for as long as one of Calenhad's descendants still lives. Without that to unite us, we could scatter back to warring Terniers.
Алистер понятия не имеет о том, что такое быть королем.
No, I don't, which I've told both of you on many occasions. If Honora's turned against Loghain, I say let her keep the crown. It looks better on her anyway.
You're both wrong. With a few months of experience, Alistair will make a fine king. He knows how to lead troops to defend his land. He knows how to stand and fight for justice. He knows how to show compassion to those less fortunate, and how to trust to the Maker's guidance to know right from wrong. And he knows who to turn to for aid, should that training fail him. He will be fine. We certainly have a great deal to plan.
Что, по-твоему, он делает в Эльфинаже?
Maker knows what that man is capable of now. Of course, if I might make a suggestion, go speak with Honora. She will either be a powerful ally or a powerful enemy, and the sooner we know which she is, the better.
Беспорядки в Эльфинаже. Любопытно. Так, с Алистером мы сейчас тоже поговорим, конечно. Попробуем его склонить на сторону к Аноре.
I'm glad you made it safely away. I hear Howe's death has already brought no small amount of cheer to the city.
Так, вы не могли бы еще раз рассказать мне о
It's
хранилище?
located just off the market district in the northern alley past the Nord Noble Tavern. I'll sketch out the code which will let you pass the lock wheel. Inside you can take your pick of whatever equipment remains. It is the stockpile the Wardens have kept for centuries for the defense of Denerim.
Вы хорошо знали Дункана.
We went through our joining together, more years ago than I like to remember. He was exactly the same back then, tough as stone and just as grizzled. I think he understood sooner than the rest of us how ugly a choice it is to let the few be sacrificed to protect the many. Always left himself a soft spot for his recruits, though. Only where he ever let himself down.
Я надеялся, что вы еще что-нибудь расскажете мне о Серых Стражах.
Well, I'd be happy to tell you what I know, but it seems to me that you've picked the important parts up yourself. Be firm in your beliefs, protect people from their own ignorance, and be as loyal as you can to your brothers, even knowing you'll share their deaths.
Сколько всего стражей?
It's tough to say. Only the fortress in Weishaupt has every record. But there are certainly a few dozen or hundreds in every nation in Thedas. The Anderfells are home to over 1,000. It's almost like the Archdemon chose Ferelden deliberately, knowing how unguarded it is.
А вы бывали в крепости Вейсхаупт?
Once only, and I'd rather not go again. It's far, lad. and very foreign. The wardens there, they fight darkspawn like you and me, but they're shaped by the winters there in the forest. They're a cold group and don't care like they should about the rest of the world. Their king is weak, and many Anders look to the wardens to rule. I hate to say this, but some of them seem to want it that way.
Как был основан орден?
It was near 1200 years ago, and no one knows for sure, except that it began with a group of Anders soldiers. Apparently, they defected from their king's army, vowing that fighting the Blight was more important, and traveled all the way to Tevinter themselves. They were the first ones to track down the archdemon Dumat, and the ones to slay him, although none survived the battle. But they had picked up followers by then, and it was they who formally founded the Order, and were recognized by Thedas.
Почему между нынешними и предыдущими морами прошло так много времени?
Archdemons don't awaken on their own, you know. It takes the Darkspawn, tunneling and tunneling, searching for centuries to find one. And with no one to lead them, it must be sheer chance, or maybe instinct, which leads them. What's surprising isn't that it takes so long between blights. What's surprising is that they succeed at all. But I imagine the old gods call to them, and it's that voice in the darkness which drives them through so many generations.
Пожалуй, с меня
The
пока
important
хватит.
thing to remember is, none of that matters. When you're facing Darkspawn, all you need to know is to stop them at all costs. I'm glad you made it safely away. I hear Howe's death has already brought no small amount of cheer to the city.
Что вы собираетесь делать дальше?
When I'm well enough, I'm going to continue my journey toward Ostagar. Hopefully I'll be... If we want to defeat this archdemon, we need to know where it is and how soon it might... Good luck to you then. We will have to talk again when the land's meat is more settled.
Так, значит, у нас есть некая информация о складе, который находится за трактиром. Надо будет обязательно туда наведаться, посмотреть, какие драгоценности там могут прятаться.
I haven't been here in a while. They've changed the dining room. Something on your mind? Of course. You never asked? We are friends. I didn't mean to... It wasn't supposed to... Oh, let me explain. The thing is, I'm used to not telling anyone who didn't already know. It was always... And then after the battle, when I should have told you, I don't know, it seemed like it was too late by then. How do you just tell someone that?
Да, очень просто. Например, так. Я, между прочим, наследник престола.
Yes, well, I suppose part of me kind of liked you not knowing.
И ты радовался, зная, что я ни о чем не догадываюсь?
It's just that anyone who's ever found out has treated me differently afterwards. I was the bastard prince instead of just being Alistair. I know that must sound stupid to you, but I hate that it shaped my entire life. I never wanted it, and I certainly don't want to be king. The very idea of it terrifies me.
Так, ты не хочешь быть королем, но почему?
Hello, have you met me? I'm no leader of men. I don't want to be the person sitting on the throne and making decisions that affect the lives of others. It just isn't me. And now Arliman plans to put me forward as the heir. It never ends, does it? And for what it's worth, I'm sorry for not telling you sooner. It was a dumb thing to do.
Не беспокойся, Алистер, ты никому не причинил
I guess it's
вреда.
kind of a relief that you know now. Let's go.
Так, понятненько. Насчет Алистера теперь тоже стало немножечко яснее. А где у нас тогда находится принцесса? Ага, вот где у нас Анора обитает.
It shall be done.
My lady, she will be forever grateful, Warden.
Hello again, Warden. It is good that you came to speak with me. I realize that my actions at Howe's estate may not have painted me in the best light. For that, I apologize and hope that we can start again. I will be blunt. I can see that your voice will be a strong one in days to come. It is to you that Eamon listens, and with good reason. My father must be stopped, but once that is done, Ferelden will need a ruler. I would welcome your support for my throne.
А вы считаете меня более подходящим кандидатом, чем Алистер?
Do you disagree? You are a fellow Grey Warden. What do you think of Alistair's potential to rule? Never mind his willingness.
Думаю, что Алистер справится.
Alistair seems like a kind, well-meaning man, and biddable enough. These are admirable qualities, if not kingly ones. He also seems to be a fine Grey Warden, which is exactly why he should remain one and serve the kingdom by defeating the Darkspawn.
А я что, плохой серый страж? Добрый король и могучий воин, как по мне, неплохое сочетание.
Oh, there are some who would follow Alistair out of respect for his Therin blood. The others would see this as Eamon grabbing for power. Who else do you think Alistair would turn to for help? Eventually, the nobility would return to the old days of constant warring with each other. Alistair's weakness would destroy everything Merrick built.
Похоже, Алистер вам не очень-то по душе.
My feelings towards Alistair have nothing to do with it. I barely know him. I simply believe that I am what this country needs. I will fight for what I believe. Would Alistair do the same? Thus, I say again, I would welcome your support for the throne if you would give it.
Не думаю, что это так уж важно.
No? You're a Grey Warden, and despite the fact that my father will paint himself as the only one who can protect the country from the Blight, it is not so. Secondly, you saved Arl Eamon from a plot that no doubt had its origins in Hal's sick little mind. People will not forget that. You are competent and powerful, and in the right place at the right time. Used to your advantage, these things could bring you far.
Вы предлагаете мне союз?
That is exactly what I am proposing. When the time comes, you support my bid in the Landsmeet to remain on the throne. You will be seen as my father's enemy, yet you will be in support of his daughter. You will be seen as supporting the interests of Ferelden, as opposed to solely those of the Grey Wardens. In return, I add my voice to yours. Do you see? Together we can do what alone we cannot.
А почему бы вам просто не выйти за Алистера? Это лучший вариант для всех.
Ignoring that the man looks so much like Kalen, my recently dead husband, if you'll recall. My main fear is that he might govern like Kaelin as well. But it is true that Alistair has Theron blood. To some, this is more important even than practical considerations. A union might be considered a compromise, but is this something Alistair even desires?
Думаю, я мог бы убедить его.
Let me say this. If Alistair is willing to stand back and allow me to continue governing the nation, then I would be willing to have him as my king. It is my understanding that governing does not appeal to him anyhow. If that is so, this is a compromise I can live with.
Я поговорю с
Do
ним.
so. I will be interested to hear what he has to say.
Настоящие интриги, королевские интриги. Мы попытаемся Алистера выдать замуж.
Warden, let me know if there's any assistance I can give you. We have much to do and little time. We need to do all that we can.
So I'm guessing someone told Honora I was planning to steal her throne. She has a nasty glare. Did anyone mention this wasn't my idea? I think she's a great queen. As far as I'm concerned, she's welcome to it.
Я думаю, что ты будешь хорошим королем, Алистер.
Really? Whatever will give you that idea?
У тебя мудрое сердце и, главное, справедливое.
Well, it's nice that you think so. What do you think I should do? Go ahead and be king, just to let it happen?
Я думаю, тебе нужно жениться на Аноре.
Marry her? As in marriage, as in be her husband? You've spoken to her about this? You did, didn't you? Why would you do that? Did you take a blow to the head? That's crazy.
Тогда я, пожалуй, отвечу ей нет.
Good. Ah, I like that idea much better, much better. Marrying Kaelin's widow. How could she even... No, never mind. I'm going to not think about it now.
Блин, не
I haven't
получилось.
been here in a while. Something on your mind?
Так, а можно загрузиться? Я, походу, неправильно поступил. Неужели я не сохранился перед тем, как поговорить с Алистером? Надо было его просто убедить.
I will... My father must be stopped. But once that is done, Ferelden will need a ruler. Do you disagree? You are a... He also seems to be a fine Grey Warden. But who else do you... Alistair's weakness would destroy everything Merrick built. I simply... Thus I say again, I would welcome your support for the throne if you would give it. No. Second, you are competent and powerful, and in the right place at the right time. Used to your advantage, you... In return, I add my voice to yours. Do you see? Together we can do what alone we cannot. But a union might be considered a compromise, but... It is my understanding that governing does not appeal to him anyhow.
Все так хорошо шло, осталось просто убедить. Тем временем заходишь в помещение, а Алистер ведет себя как гопота.
Did anyone mention this wasn't my idea? I think she's a really? Whatever. I bet there's a whole new wardrobe that comes as part of the deal. Mind you, then I'd have crown hair all the time. Is that a thing? Can you have crown hair? I bet you can. What do you think I should do? Go ahead and be king? Just let it happen? Why would you do that? Did you take a blow to the head? That's crazy.
Ты возглавишь армию, а она будет править. Всем будет хорошо.
I suppose. I don't know how much of a leader I am, but at least I know she's a good ruler. Go ahead then. Tell her I'll do it if it comes to that. Now excuse me while I go have a small heart attack somewhere. No big deal, right?
Все идеально. Будут они вместе, как Шерочка с Машерочкой.
Well, have you spoken to my lucky betrothed yet? Or will we be reduced to passing notes? He has? I wasn't expecting that, to tell you the truth. To marry Kaelin's brother. Well, I suppose stranger things have happened. If it will truly help matters... Is this it then? I agree to marry Alistair to retain my throne, and in exchange I give you my support. If not, then tell me now.
Выходите за Алистера, и я поддержу вас.
Done. So, we have a deal, Warden. I trust you'll keep your end of the bargain. Now, I suppose, comes the task of dealing with my father. That will be no small feat, of course, but I am certain you already know this. I imagine you have much to do. Is there anything else you needed from me?
Вам что-нибудь нужно?
No. And while I know your concern is hardly disinterested, still, thank you.
А может быть, можно ее соблазнить? Мне кажется, это максимально странно будет.
I have spoken with Alistair. Perhaps this mad betrothal won't be quite the curse it first seemed.
Ну и ладно. Ну и хрен с тобой, тогда я здесь счастлив. Надо на всякий случай, может, еще раз поговорить с Алистером.
I haven't been here in a... Something on your mind?
Warden, let me know if there's any assistance I can give you. We have much to do. What? Maker's breath. You didn't magic them, did you?
Ты, я слышу, не очень-то доволен.
Pleased would hardly describe it. Shocked. I'm shocked. If you had come in here and told me they'd both sprouted wings and flown to Devinter, I would be less stunned. This alliance can only help us. Well done, my friend. We need to do all that we can in the few days left to us before the lands meet.
И нам надо сделать как можно больше. Что же он под этим подразумевает? По тайным. Но сначала мы выйдем на торговую площадь и поищем, где может быть схрон, про который нам сказал более мудрый Серый Страж. Не знаю, как называют пожилых Серых Стражей. Дедушка. Так, Лилиана, Моргана, Винни. Стандартный наш набор.
Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts. Direct from Orzammar.
Да, это все наше. Кинжал, красная сталь. Спасибо большое, но это не то, на что я рассчитывал. А вот это я, конечно, возьму. Шлем Грифона мало чем меня привлекает. Простой тяжелый латный доспех. Тут есть щит Дункана. Вот щит Дункана-то мы как раз таки вручим Алистеру. Но это будет не сейчас. Сейчас мы, наверное, направимся в Эльфинаж. Если доступ у нас теперь туда открыт.
The worst of it's cleaned up now. Just watch yourself if you're going in. The alienage is a festering sore full of parasites.
We are grateful. The compact is renewed.
Отлично, наконец-то я смог закончить и эту задачу.
And these elves allow themselves to be herded together in this filth. Why exactly?
My wife and both our daughters are gone. This is our punishment. The Maker sent us this plague for turning against the Arl.
То есть здесь содержат эльфов в совершенно невозможных условиях? Ты живой?
I'm fine. Please don't talk to me. You'll only attract their notice.
Так, думаю, пока в дом прям заходить не буду. Сейчас сначала осмотримся.
Spare a silver for a war veteran? Ostagar. Darkspawn took off half my foot. Oh, Andraste, bless you, sir. I won't forget your face. No, I won't. Thank you, sir.
Господи, здесь они что, мабари ели?
That is the tree of people, I believe. The Venadal.
Кстати, возможно, это как раз-таки место силы.
Is Mother Boanne here yet? What's taking her so long?
Baker, help me.
is begun.
Oh, how dear of...
I've got children at home. I can't wait out here for another day.
So go home. The best thing you can do for your children is not trust these charlatans.
Everyone remain calm. We will help as many as we can today, so long as we can do this in an orderly fashion.
Oh, you're helping us, are you, Shem? Like Valendrian and my uncle Syrian, you helped them, didn't you? Help them never to be seen again.
We've explained this to you before, girl. More whining will not persuade us to let you into the quarantine to carry plague back out to the alienage.
Quit trying to get us all killed, Shiani. Some of us have still got things to live for.
If this spell of theirs works, why are half the people they quarantine perfectly healthy?
До меня дошел слух, что здесь какая-то беда. Я могу помочь?
What's wrong, Shem? Did you get bored and decide to come watch the elves die of plague? Wait. Sora's told me about you. You're the one who freed him from the dungeons. These foreigners say they're here to help with our outbreak of plague. Funny thing, though. All the people they help disappear.
That's not true, and you know it, Shiani. Both my sisters got the Tevinter spell cast on them, and they're fine.
Where's your niece, then? And my uncle Syrian? And Valendrian?
Они пользуются магией, а церковь об этом знает.
Both mages say they're from a circle, just from another land. I have no idea if they're telling the truth, or if anyone cares. These foreigners have taken dozens of elves into that house over the last few weeks, and none of them have been seen again. One of them was our Haran, Valendrian. And I don't know what we're going to do if we don't get him back.
А стража об этом знает?
They have to know about it. The Haran complained, and so did I. They just don't care, or something worse.
Кто такой Хагрен?
He's the elder, the person who guides us. Maybe that doesn't mean anything to you, but it's important to us.
Так, но это же карантин, нельзя допускать контактов с больными.
Why not? The Tevinter magic is supposed to protect us from the plague. So why can't one of us go in and see Valendrian?
Ладно, загляну-ка я сам в эту
They
лечебницу.
won't just let you in.
Может, есть другой вход?
Well, there is another entrance in the alley. There's no crowd watching, no mages, and only one guard. You can try. Those guards mean business.
Ну, как минимум, это становится любопытно. Я уверен, что с этой лечебницей все не так просто. О, да. Наконец-то я смог активировать последнюю точку.
Another day in line.
Они, кстати, чем-то напоминают серых воронов.
I ask you to stand back. Some of these people are carrying the plague. The alienage is not safe for visitors. If we did not know how to prevent the plague, we would not be here now.
What school of magic does this spell belong to? Our circle knows of none which fully prevents plagues.
You will have to excuse us, but we are not authorized to share the secrets of our circle with outsiders. For your own safety, we must ask you to leave now. You've already been told to leave. Please, you've already been told to leave. Please, do not waste any more time.
Так, допустим, какие-то вы, ребята, очень и очень мутные.
I won't go to the hospice. You can't make me.
Is someone there? Maker's blessing to you, child. Be not afraid. I still have some sight to see you by.
Кто ты?
It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I am Sir Otto. I am a Templar. I lost my sight in a battle with a powerful Maleficar. He called flame from the air and burned my face. The scars have healed, but my sight will never recover.
Примите мои сожаления.
Don't be. Many of my brethren died in that battle.
Что здесь делает храмовики?
We'd heard rumors that there's an enclave of Maleficarum hidden in the alienage.
А ты в состоянии сразиться с Малефикаром?
Sadly, not anymore. But I have years of hard-won experience. Often the chase is as difficult as the resolution. So I do the Maker's work in whatever way I can.
Ты что-нибудь
I
нашел?
have found no evidence of Maleficarum in the alienage. However, there is something else. This place, it's scarred like me. When I came here, I immediately could feel an air of hopelessness, despair. But over time, I felt the wrongness runs far deeper than that.
Ты говоришь не очень-то уверенно.
That's because I'm not. I don't suppose I could impose upon you.
Чего ты хочешь?
It took patience, but some elves opened up to me, and I've heard their sad tales. But I found no real evidence to support my fears. Ears alone have done all they can. I was hoping you could be my eyes. Look around the alienage for anything out of the ordinary.
Что мне нужно
I
искать?
don't know. I have a feeling that there is something to be found, though. You seem capable. I have hope that you will find what I seek. Make her watch over you, child.
Любопытные тут какие-то задания.
There's nothing wrong with me. It's only a cold. It'll pass.
There's nobody to play with me.
Блин, если с ней никто не поиграет, то это очень грустно. Эльфам надо обязательно помочь, иначе они тут совсем откинутся.
What have you found?
It has begun.
No, you can't go inside just for a moment. So you might as well walk right back around to the front doors. You shouldn't be out on the streets now anyway. What with the plague?
А вы сами не боитесь подхватить чуму?
What's worse, dying of the plague or dying of hunger? I'll take my chances with the plague, thank you, if it means I get paid. I've been hungry. The novelty's worn off.
И сколько вам платят?
Not enough to put up with all these questions. What do you want?
А впустишь меня в этот дом за 6 золотых?
6. Sure. I never saw you, and you never saw me.
Классно. Конечно, 6 золотых это дорого, но мы и так заработали очень неплохую сумму. Так, какой-то здесь прям бардак. Стражник, стражник. И все, здесь только 3 стражника. Имперское лезвие. Блин, я таких штук не видел еще в игре.
Very well. It is begun. Help us, please! We're not sick! Let us out of here!
А откуда мне знать, не болен ли ты вправду
I
чумой?
swear not one of us is sick. They take the sick ones out as soon as they come in. Please, help us!
Сейчас я вас отсюда выпущу.
Thank you, friend.
Тебе известно, что происходит с теми, кого они забирают?
I don't know, and I don't want to find out. We're leaving. Make her keep you.
Да, карантинчик-то у них здесь, конечно, знатный.
As you say, I shall do it.
Очень странно, что у меня возникают какие-то артефакты здесь.
Who's there? Stay away!
Где все, кто жил в этом доме?
I don't know. You gotta ask someone else.
Ты, наверное, видел, что здесь происходит. Рассказывай.
Nothing is going on. Everything's fine. You can't bully anything out of me. Nothing you can do is worse than being the only one left.
Где все остальные?
Took them right out of their beds, dragged them down the hallways. Maker, the little one's crying.
Куда их повели?
Through the landlord's old office. They go in there, they never come back.
А что скажешь насчет Валендриана?
I saw him. They marched him through the hall with a bunch of others, all tied together like pack mules.
Что еще ты
Every
видел?
few days, they come back. It's like a parade, a silent one. Men and women and children. You have to go. They'll be back soon. They'll find out I talked and they'll take me too. Please, just go.
Как-то здесь все у них максимально скверно и паршиво.
As you say.
Разбитая ваза?
On my way.
Тут явно держали людей. Ну, точнее, эльфов. Телячья кость. Это, видно, руинсу можно будет потом дать. Это тряпичная кукла. Принадлежала ребенку.
I shall. It's done.
I'm ready. Shall be done.
Торговля людьми.
As you like. Yes, of course. Mm-hmm.
What's this? Another shipment already? We weren't... Wait. You're no Tevinter. Who are you supposed to be?
Я пришел тебя сменить. Тебе разве не сказали?
No, you're not. There's there's nobody relieving us until midnight. Quick, get them, hurry!
We might want to...
Так, знаете, мы сегодня сделаем приостановку. Мы продвинулись довольно далеко, наконец-то добрались в Эльфинаж. Но сейчас уже довольно поздно, поэтому на сегодня это все. Хочется сказать большое спасибо тем, кто сегодня заскочил на стрим, кто сегодня побыл со мной на стриме. И хочется пожелать всем хороших дней, славных ночей. Ну и, конечно же, пока-пока-пока.